Hello, welcome back to my channel. As always, Club Brugge, Man City, once again playing at the same hour. I've been watching the Club Brugge game and dead silence in my room for the past 30 minutes. Union Saint-Gilloise is playing. I've got the score open, but I'm not watching the game. I can't watch 3 games at the same time. I can, but I won't. Because that will be utter brain rot, won't it? Anyhow, Haaland, last time we played, scored a brace, and I think it was like 5 minutes. His goals must have been 5 minutes apart last time we played. So that is the energy of Big Earl against the mighty Burnley. Now, I do take the piss, but if Burnley lose, it is the end of them. They will be confirmed relegated. So he may Burnley may just want to prolong the inevitable. Prolonging the inevitable. That they just try their best. They pretend to care for that one game to just not get relegated there, right? And get some good memories on the way back down. So, yeah, I hope we can beat them solid here, because we need goals for the goal difference. I'm just gonna quickly check out the lineups. Man City. I did see the lineup, but I forgot already. I saw Nuri starting and O'Reilly in midfield. I think everything else is the same. Let me check. Yeah, Donnarumma, Nunez, Husanov, Guehi. Nuri, O'Reilly, Silva, Cherki, Semenyo, Doku, Haaland. What's his name? No Nico Gonzalez in midfield. He's not been in midfield for so long. He's not been in the selection for so long. I forgot his damn name. Would you look at that? Hello, Wim. Big up, buddy. Give me a second. I'm gonna open the timer here. I'm gonna make sure that we get this timer off. And I'm too late. They've already kicked off. Give me a second. This will take a while. Michael de Vroot was saying Mechelen. Bro. We need to not drop points. I know that's a bit obvious, but like, where is our aura? Where is our playoffs aura? I thought we had aura in the playoffs. Apparently we don't. You know clavicular, or whatever it's called, clavicular, something like that. I thought we were clavicular in the playoffs, but apparently we're not. Apparently we're Beetlejuice. Tough. Liam Rosnoir got sacked in the morning. I saw that. Hopefully their manager is good enough to beat Spurs and bad enough to lose the FA Cup. In fact, I want them to lose against, I think it's Leeds in the semi-final. I want them to lose against Leeds because, yeah, I reckon we'll have an easier time beating Leeds in a final than Chelsea, because Rosenoir was that bad as a manager. So I need Leeds. The idea here is, right, Leeds is pretty much guaranteed safety. I think they're 1 point away from like a guaranteed safety. They're in the FA Cup semi-final. That they can just put everything on that semi-final. Chelsea, first game with a new manager. They still got to figure themselves out. Great run here by, who was that? Bernardo. His shot was blocked though. Ball cleared now by Burnley. So the idea is, Leeds, they can put everything on that FA Cup. Chelsea, just under the new manager, not quite everything right. First game under the new manager. And they'll have what? They'll have today to prepare. I think they play on Saturday, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So they'll have today to prepare, tomorrow. And they'll have Friday. That's just 3 days under the new manager. They're not going to be ready in time. So, Leeds, I believe in Leeds. Give me that Leeds FA Cup final. We need to get to that FA Cup final ourselves, though. Speaking of FA Cup finals, we won a final of sorts against Arsenal. A Premier League final, but it's not a final, is it? We still need to win the Premier League. We play Burnley. We gotta show respect. We gotta show respect. Walcott is gonna get humbled. So I do hope. Jasper Vergoten is the 4th official. He's gonna find a way to corrupt it our way. Trust in the goat. He's gonna find a way to give us something. He's the goat. He's the goat for that reason. Donnarumma with a decent save, by the way, early off. Poured ball into Semenyo. It's given away again. PSV is after the Zwolle tomorrow. They're gonna go to Ibiza. Oh, good ball for Cherky off the... Oh! He put it too close to the goalkeeper and it went into the post. And I do rate the goalkeeper of Burnley. It's the ex-Newcastle... it was the old Newcastle goalkeeper. What's his name? The old Newcastle goalkeeper. Can't think of it right now. But it's him. Ryan Donk had given a free kick. In the Bruges game. I didn't even realize. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I turned it on the Bruges game, like... the game was already going for like 2 minutes when I turned it on. Galatasaray are losing. Gala. They got Dubravka, that's his name. They got that title down on lock, though. Let's be honest, that's a phony. That's a phony league, isn't it? No offense, but... Oh, good ball for Haaland. He should score, he has to score this, and he does score that. Because that's what the best striker in the world does. He scores against the biggest team in the world. And against Arsenal. Big up Haaland. 1-0. Manchester City. Hey, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We are not bottling a title. That is Arsenal things. There you go. Big up him. So, hey. Oh, what can I say? By the way, why do we play so good in this purchase ass kit, bro? Also, there is a voodoo place on this kit. Like, you make a deal with a genie. I want an iconic kit in which we win every game. Yeah, you make the deal with the genie, right? And he says like, okay, I'll give you an iconic kit that wins you every game. But it's gonna look like fucking shit. That is this kit. The Cercle Bruges kit. It does look like a Cercle Bruges kit, doesn't it? It's fucking awful. It looks fucking awful, bro. But at least we win games in it. I'm still not over how bad this kit looks, so. But hey, you know what's more important than having a good looking kit? Winning games. Oh, good ball into Tresoldi. Ah, poor feet. Sorry, Sikwe. I just realized Sikwe is playing. Jesus Christ. Well, I should change the score. 1-0 City. Now, ball up the pitch already by Burnley. Let's not concede right after a goal. A second time, please. Good stop, Gustinov. Ball still in the box. Cherky picks up the ball. Sorry, Silva picks up the ball. They look the same, don't they? I've been mixing them up all season. The menu, Doku. They don't look the same. That was stupid from me. And now ball with O'Reilly. Yeah, we need to not concede goals 5 seconds after we score them. That's what we did against Arsenal. This time we escaped though. Atletico Madrid lost. The final, you mean? Or did they play today? I didn't know they played any games. Atletico Madrid. But they played today against Elche. I did not know that. But what did they have for the lineup? Oh, that was the full B team. Oh, the full B team by Atletico Madrid. Yeah, I know what's happening in that Champions League. Like, Haaland, brilliant Haaland, he puts it over the bar. Oh. I'll need to see that on replay, because he plays good football, He gets the ball. It's not brilliant. It's good, but it's more poor defending, really. That was very well done. Could have scored there. I won't say he should have. That was a difficult shot, but put himself in there really well done. He's playing good so far. 2-1. I said this yesterday, didn't I? 2-1. 2-1. To Bruges, of course. 2-1 to Bruges. Ball on the right. For City. Into Cherki. Cherki has a go. It's blocked. It's Semenyo coming back onto the ball. You need to just pass it to Nunez. There you go. And now you need to... there you go. Into Cherki. Silva. Silva. Don't know what he was trying to do there. The ball comes back to Nunez. Silva again. Poor passing twice in a row here on the edge of the area by Silva. He can do that better. Yeah, they lost against Elche. I didn't even know they played. That's a bit surprising, isn't it? PSG 3-0 full time. Haaland almost picked up a poor pass there from, I think it was James Ward-Prowse. Tedesco bottled it yesterday. Tedesco bottled it. Domenico Tedesco. What did he bottle? Let's see it. Fenerbahce. I mean, he's a bottle job, so... Oh, the Turkish Cup. Aye. Hey. If you're the bottle job, you're the bottle job. At the end of the day, you can't change nature. A bottle job will always be a bottle job. Ball over the top, headed away by... I think it was Nunez who headed the ball away. Now Silva. Silva brings the ball back to our centre backs. Hello, big up to Frost Fury. Fury, yes, not Fury. I read that as Frost Fury for a second. Big up to Frost Fury. How are you? Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT. Hey, Cristiano Ronaldo is about to win something, you know. Cristiano is about to win something. How are you? It's been a while. It's been a while since you've been in here. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make this a bit... because it looks fucking distracting. How am I gonna do it? I'm gonna grab this. There we go. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? It looks fine when I'm not using this, but when I'm using this, my head is way into the fucking banner. So I'm gonna lift myself a bit up. There we go. Turkish Cup, yeah. I'm good, how are you? Yes, the goats. CR7. I'm doing fine. Hey, we're winning our league title. What more can you ask for? Another 5 goals, maybe? Haaland to get another 5 goals. Break that Alan Shearer record. Yes, Bayer Leverkusen 1-0. Sorry, Bayern München 1-0 against Bayer Leverkusen. Harry Kane goal. There you go. Zed will be happy. What round is that? What round of the... Because I know it's the German Cup, but I don't know what round it is. How long have you grown your hair? I think I'm coming up on 2 years now that I've been growing it out. It's all to be coming close to 2 years. I've had a few trims. In fact, no, it's longer than 2 years. It's been longer than 2 years. Yeah. I've had a few trims, not cutting it back, but just cutting it even. Because when you grow out your hair, long, one side will grow faster than the other. So I've had to go a few times to cut it even, so that it's the same length on either side. But other than that, I've just let it grow for I think it's March. I want to say March 2024 that I started growing it. I think it's something in that region. Semi-final of the German Cup. Yeah, Bayern Munich are winning a treble, aren't they? I desperately need Atletico to win the Champions League. Because I can't stand Bayern. I like Paris Saint-Germain, to be honest. I'd rate them. People be disrespecting Paris Saint-Germain, but I'd rate them. Mainly because we're oil brothers, that's the main reason. And because they got rid of Mbappe. That's the two reasons I like them. I don't know if they want to keep him, but it's an idea that counts. But I don't want them to have a second Champions League, because then they'll be a bigger club than us. Let's be honest. If they win a second, they'll be bigger than Man City. So I don't want Paris Saint-Germain to win a second. Bayern München, listen, I go on panel shows with Zeer. I cannot have this man talking to me about best club in the world, best club. Man, I need Bayern München to slap up Arsenal if they get to that final. But, because Arsenal is worse. But Zeer, yeah, I can't have him talk either. So, the best option for me is Paris Saint-Germain, Atletico final, and Atletico to win. That's the best. That's the best course of action. Galatasaray 2-0 down. Aye. Arsenal can't win. It's London heritage. Listen, Atletico Madrid just played a full B team in the league. Full-on B team. I know what time it is, brother. They're gonna play a full-on B team in the weekend as well. I know what time it is, brother. They are spanking Arsenal. They are spanking Arsenal. I'll tell you right now. I don't want Atletico Madrid to win Champions League. Allow it. Oh, ball shot wide here by Prowse. No, sorry, by Fleming. Fleming shot it wide. Fleming, by the way, I've been saying this for time. Fleming is a good player. Look at the amount of space we give him. Fleming is one of the better players at Burnley. When Burnley gets relegated, which is today, but at the end of the season in the summer window, Fleming will go to a different club. He'll go to a mid-table Premier League club. Because I'll look into Premier League right now at teams that could choose a striker. I think Fleming could do a job in one of those teams. Because, let's be honest, you look at Fulham, they don't have a great striker. Right now, their entire attack is just Harvey Barnes and Prey. You look at Newcastle, their best striker is a midfielder. Sunderland have a good striker, to be fair. Forest, maybe a replacement for Chris Woods. West Ham could choose a new striker. So I do think there's a few teams in the Premier League who could choose a new striker. I think Aston Villa is probably a level too high. But, I mean, I guess that's possible as well. Bayern will win the Champions League. Most likely, yeah. Most likely. Pep fucking hates Nico Gonzalez. It is what it is. Listen. Nori, I knew he had a fucking while since he last played too. So Gonzalez has played in the first half of the season more. So I knew to get him some minutes as well, and probably better for the system because we have been playing with O'Reilly for so long that we might as well just stick with O'Reilly. And I do reckon Gonzalez will play in the FA Cup. So maybe he comes off the bench here after 60 minutes. I don't know. It's annoying, but oh well. I don't feel like it's the wrong decision either. It's annoying, but I don't think it's wrong. Good ball down the right here. Cherky, shot is blocked. Pep has a hate account on Twitter where he calls us slurs for disagreeing with his tactics. Based? Best manager in the league? I bet this guy has 50 alt accounts and he's... You know all the Happy Clapper Man City accounts? Like I'm talking the main road accounts. Half of them are Pep's alts. Half of them are Pep Guardiola alt accounts, bro. Best manager in the league. Because look at the Twitter performances of Josep Guardiola. I know he probably played more since Rodri came back. I don't know. I can't tell you the numbers on that. You're probably right. But that can be deceptive, you know. Because you would be surprised how many minutes players accumulate in just cups and stuff without realizing it. Because you think, for example, about Alvarez. When you think about the 4-beat season, you don't think about Alvarez having played as much as he did. But then you look back at the minutes and he had like the second most. Leicester City is going to win League One. League One, sorry. Yeah, they got relegated, didn't they? Honestly, I would not be surprised if they're stuck there for a few years. I wouldn't be surprised. And Arsenal still hasn't won the league. Yeah. I mean, I think it's their manager. I think if they had kept Unai Emery and backed Unai Emery, I do think they would have won the Premier League at this point. Yeah, Vardy was the soul of Leicester, I think. Vardy kept that part of Leicester that was there before they won the title. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I feel like Leicester, after they won the title, they thought maybe they were big shots, but they weren't. And they got humbled the season after they won the title. Yeah, because then they finished like 10th or something like that. They finished pretty low. But I feel like people did not think about Leicester anymore as a team from the Championship once they won the Premier League. And I think Vardy kept that there. I wouldn't call it pure luck, but I mean, the players did their thing. The players didn't get lucky. The manager did not get lucky. But I think the luck... I think luck as in lucky to get all these players at the same time. Lucky to get this manager. Because Claudio Ranieri, hella underrated manager, him. Lucky to get Vardy. Lucky to have all these players click at the same time. I think that's where the luck came in. I think it was luck off the pitch that got them a great team on the pitch. Respect though. A Premier League champion always deserves respect. Man City on the ball now. It's been a bit of a stiff game at periods. It started off quite good, but I think Man City is slowing down the game now. How's the game? I can't watch. It's been pretty slow. Since Zian Fleming's chance, it's been pretty slow. Man City's just keeping the ball, trying to slow down the game, trying to keep to 1-0. And then go forwards again, I assume. Now we got a free kick. It's taken short. It's crossed in by Guehi, who's all the way up the pitch. I don't like when Guehi is that high. I don't like it. Gvardiol can do that, because it's Josko Gvardiol. But Guehi is not the same player, so I don't like when he does that. I think Guehi should stay back a bit more. I feel quite comfortable with a 1-goal lead, because I know Man City. I know Man City does not give away these leads often. Or it gets me nervous, I mean. Yeah. I get that, but I do feel confident in Man City to be able to see out 1-goal leads. Now a corner, we never scored off those, so there you go. We did not score. We got another corner instead. Doku into the box. Oh, we do better on short corners for sure. The short corners, we just take short corners. We are so bad at set pieces. We are better off not taking them. Just short corner and continue playing football. Because you see Doku, he actually puts in a ball that could have done something. It was called out, but another time it doesn't get called out, and you got a goal. Giant Cherky needs to pay more attention there. He could have given the ball to Haaland. I won't be too harsh on him, because he has been our best player in 2026. Yeah, but he needs to see those passes, though. O'Reilly goes to the ground, free kick. Ball with Nunez. Semenyo. Ball to the left. It's in the hands of the Burnley keeper, Dubravka. Long ball up the pitch. Good ball down the left here. We need to get back quickly. That is where you see the value of a player like... that is where you see the quality of a player like Semenyo to get back. Because Oliver doesn't get back, does he? Yeah, you put Semenyo and Savio in that same position. Semenyo gets back, Oliver doesn't. Semenyo scores, Oliver doesn't. Like, all these little things that Semenyo does that Savio doesn't. And yeah, his technical ability isn't as good, but oh my god, it's night and day between the quality of these two players. It really is night and day. Silva brings the ball to Guehi. Guehi with Nunez. And Semenyo. O'Reilly picks up the ball. Shot is stopped by Dubravka. He didn't trap it in his hands, but Haaland wasn't quite in the right place to get on a rebound. The Arsenal game, those corners were scary to go up against. I think their coordinator game is washed, to be honest. The coordinates have been figured out. In your opinion, do you think Man City needs to improve anything next season? Oh, massively. Massively. We've not been good this season. Our defense has been shaky at times, but that has fixed up in recent times, and that will be fine for now. But we do need a new right back. Not to start, but a new right back to succeed Nunez once Nunez leaves. So a young right back, not too young. Very difficult to find. A young fullback who's not too young, who is happy to sit on the bench for 2 or 3 years. A very difficult player to find that. Now, speaking of our defense being shaky defending here, Zian Fleming in, shoots the ball over the bar. But yeah, we need to improve. Midfield is still not good enough after all these years. 2 years to be exact. It's still not good enough. Cherky coming into midfield has put the creativity in there, but that's about it. Rodri is still Rodri, but Silva can't do it for the full game anymore. Three times a week for the full. He just can't. He still has good games, especially big games. He will turn up, but over the course of a season, no. So we need a Silva replacement, or we need to do something there in that midfield. Our wingers, honestly, after all the amount of money we've spent on wingers, I still don't rate them. I don't rate Savio one bit. We don't have a backup left winger. So wingers, still not good enough. Midfield, very shallow. Very shallow midfield. It's not the Pep midfields of old, where you had Bernardo Silva and Gundogan on the bench. Like, that was our bench at one point. So we do still need to improve, but I think we're at the stage where we just need the final pieces of the puzzle. We just need the final pieces of a puzzle. Overall, I think we're overall, I think we're almost there. Plans for Lewis is shit. Sorry to say it, but he's nowhere near good enough. And people need to say it as it is. Too much sugarcoating with Rico Lewis. He's not good enough. He's never been good enough. In the treble season, he played a few good games against weaker opponents. Don't let yourself get cast up by that. He's not good enough. He needs to go. Now, if he goes, you need to figure out your situation. You need to figure out your situation with the homegrown. I can't think of the word. Because we only have Foden and O'Reilly, who are club trained. Which does matter. You need 4 club trained players. So, I'm trying to think right now. I guess you can keep Alain. You can keep Alain for 1 more season if you want. If he wants to stay, that is. You can promote Mukasa, or you can do something like that, but, you know. Turkey is too trigger happy again on the shot. Yeah. He does that sometimes. You have to deal with it. We should be 3 or 4-0 up already. Burnley is one of the worst teams I've ever seen. We need to score goals for the goal difference. Yeah, not very. We've not created a lot this game. So 1 chance we've created has been scored. So quality from our striker, but we've not created a whole lot, I think. We need to create more. That's the bottom line here. No, you're fine, mate. You're fine. I'd rather Jack Grealish leave. I'd rather Jack Grealish leave. And he will leave. Everton does want him. Everton does want him. And it's annoying. Wait, what? That's Cherky is shooting, yeah. I need a Haaland Hetty. You got a bet or something? Don't think the goal difference will matter at the end, but that's just me. You never know if it does. You never know if it does, so you need to play with the idea that it will matter. If you lose your number, you're gone. Most likely. Most likely. Why did Doku go down? I did not see what happened. I wasn't paying attention. Why did Doku go down like that? Free kick now to Burnley. Haaland. Into Nuri. Haaland again. Poor touch that. Put the ball way too far ahead of him. It was a good ball, actually, yeah. But he put the ball too far ahead of him. Had to keep it closer. Cherky runs his way out of trouble. Still Cherky. Cherky going inside. Tried to find Haaland, but Haaland had gone to the far post. He was expecting a cross. And ball to Silva. Silva into Doku. Doku inside. Ball for Nuri here. Nuri lays it off to Gehi. Nuri doesn't do much. He's not played in a while. He's not played in a while, so I don't know. What do you want to ask of him? Nuri now, I want to ask of him to shoot stats better. That'd be a fair ask, but I don't know. When you don't play these players, well, it must have been a month since he last played, maybe more. When you don't play these players, don't be surprised when they play poorly. Because he's out of form. He's not even been coming off the bench. Come on, Haaland. Scored one more at least. Don't worry. He's doing that Grinch thing again, where he waits until the final minute of the game to score 2 goals. Yeah, you remember the last time he played Burnley? Where he scored 2 goals in like 5 seconds? He's doing that again. These guys are legit worse than Wolves. Probably, yeah. They're holding on to ball pretty well, though. Humphries. Esteve. I mean, they've got some good players, to be fair to them, but 1-0 after nearly 40 minutes of play against this team. Quite it. Unlucky Kyle Walker. He's where he belongs. He's about the level where he belongs. When you're that old... When you're that old, and he is old, as a pace merchant, pace has always been his thing. Pace has always been his thing. When you're in your late 30s, being reliant on pace, you're gonna go down very far in level. From City to AC Milan to Burnley to the Championship. Again, when you get up there in age, it's done, isn't it? Father time, as they say. And it's Stankovic has scored for Club Brugge. Hey, we don't bottle titles in this town. We do not bottle titles in this town. Man City and Brugge both 1 goal up. We'll choose another 2. But that's just a fucking strike, isn't it? Stankovic. 2-1 for Brugge. There we go. Now, all we need is Union to drop points and everything's happy. Now that said, Union is not dropping points. They are devilish. That club is made of Satan. They will score in the last minute. You just believe yourself there. Corner. Guys, Man City has a corner. Take a shot every time Man City scores a corner. You'll never be drunk. You'll never be drunk in your life again. Only drink alcohol when City scores a corner. You'll never touch alcohol again. The best way to abstain from alcohol, guys, is you make yourself a promise. The next time I'll drink something is when City scores a corner. Never be drunk again. Never. You'll be like 85 years old. You're watching footy. You're almost dead. You're like 85 years old. You're this close to being dead. You're this close to being dead. 85 years old. You have not drunk in 60 years. Because you said, I will not drink until City scored a corner. And you're just laying on your couch. You're about to draw your final breath. And then boom. Man City have scored a corner. Suddenly, you feel your fucking youth return and you crack open whatever the fuck beer you like. Hey, that's what it's all about. You're extending your life expectancy, and you're getting yourself out of alcohol. It's gonna be biblical scenes in 60 years from now, when Man City scored a corner, and your 85-year-old ass turns into a 25-year-old again. It's unleashing all that energy to rejuvenate you 60 years back. Something special. It's dark magic, they call it. Imagine they scored that. Years later, you get to crack the beer. Hey, if they scored a corner, I'm assuming you mean Burnley. If they scored a corner, I damn well hope we've got another few goals until then. If you mean Man City, if they scored a corner, I'll run downstairs and fetch a bottle of beer. If we have any. I mean, that's beer worthy. You know the last time Man City scored a corner? What's the last time Man City scored a corner? I wonder. I don't know. I genuinely do not know the last time Man City scored a corner. Good ball for Doku. Doku in the box. That was very well done by Doku to get to that ball. Haaland, they didn't expect Doku to get there. And he came too late. Haaland needed to run... Haaland needed to run across his centre back. He did not think Doku would get there. That's bad from Haaland. You need to trust your teammates to get to those balls. Ball headed away by Burnley. Now shot into the hands of Dubravka. I couldn't tell you. Rosa Kanto, Gvardiol. Gvardiol. Was that against Fulham? I think that was against Fulham, wasn't it? That's 6 months? 7 months? Something like that. Board flicked this by Chetki. He's not played particularly well today. I think Chetki's dropping a bit of a stinker if I am being honest. Okay, Rosa. I think Chetki's dropping a bit of a stinker, I can't lie. We allow it because it's trying fucking Chetki. And he did kind of win us the game against Arsenal, but bit of a stinker so far. Throw-in by Man City. Yeah, I think we're gonna go into halftime at 1-0. Winning is winning, so great, but I do want an extra 2-3 goals here. Not just for the goal difference, but to be comfy. Because I do respect Zian Fleming, I do respect Anthony. They do have some good players who can score a goal. James Ward-Prowse as well. So, just to make it comfortable. Free kick now for Burnley. Free kick to Burnley. James Ward-Prowse will take it. And it goes through the box. It's still in there. Late. I think it's a corner. I'm not sure. I think that's a corner. It looks like we're not in a title race. Look at these guys. It's not pretty, is it? It's certainly not pretty. We need to be doing better in these games. I mean, you look at this, it's... Yikes. Corner to Burnley. I hope they're shit at corners. We've just not created anything. Like, I think Burnley has created more than us. Like, we've probably had more shots because we take a bunch of punters from outside of the box, but Burnley has definitely created better chances than us. Alfie Wood, Gelford, Barnes, Fleming, Wilson, front three. If you're gonna do the English front three, replace Fleming with what's his name? Oh, what's the gun's name? What's his name? 3-1 Bruges, by the way. What is his name? West Ham. Fuck me. West Ham winger. I wax lyrical about him. I'm slipping. I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name. Yeah, Bruges 3-1. Let me update this. Bowen. Yes, Bowen. Get Bowen. Did my internet just die? Hold on. Am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live, okay. I thought my internet just fucking went. There you go. 3-1. I just got an error message on my fucking screen. And I was like, did my internet just die? But no, I'm fine. It was just my browser being stupid. Speaking of being stupid, halftime, and it is 1-0. Not sure how that has any relation with being stupid, but it was lame. I can't lie, that was lame. So yeah, I would replace Fleming with Bowen. Put Jared Bowen in there, and you've got yourself a front three. You've got yourself a front three. So Barnes, Bowen, and Wilson. That's a proper good front three, by the way. Barnes, Bowen, and Wilson is better than Chelsea's front three. I'll swear down. That is better than Chelsea's front three. Especially if you go by just this season. Bro, imagine they had that front three. That would cook. Now, I do think our front three is better. I think Semenyo is very slightly superior to Harry Wilson. I don't think he's cleared, but I think he's very slightly better, in my opinion. Doku is better than Barnes. Haaland as a striker, nobody comes close, of course. But I think that will be the second best front three in the league, probably. Again, Bowen as a striker, not Fleming. Bruges almost scored a fourth. Bruges is doing what Man City needs to do. Scored some goals. Now, Forts lost the ball. Now, Bruges is doing what Man City needs to do. Scored some goals. But Bruges ended the first half at 3-1. So, all I'm saying is... sorry, at 1-1. So, all I'm saying is... you can score goals in the second half. It's not that big of a problem. Burnley, right now, they look like they're really trying. They look like they're trying to do everything in their power. These guys forgot their shooting boots. Burnley certainly did. They got the better chances. Man City hasn't had much chances, if I'm being honest. We need to create more in the second half. Burnley look like they're really wanting this game. Man City, not so much. Burnley trying to postpone the inevitable. Man City, we're gonna win the title, we're fine. I feel like that's the mentality here into this game. Burnley, if we're gonna get relegated, we're gonna make them wait as long as possible. But Man City, I don't know. It's, we don't want to be here, energy, from Man City. But that said, we are top of the Premier League, by the way. We are top of the Premier League on goal difference. Check what I sent. I'll check that in a second. Union Saint-Gilloise, still 0-0. But that devil club will score in the last second. I am checking what you just sent me. Most open play goals scored in Europe's top 5 leagues this season. Erling Haaland on 20. Harry Kane on 18. There you go. I mean, that's the quality of Haaland. What can I say? He's the best striker in the world. Even when he's not the best season. He forward one. There you go. That's all he just scored. Yeah, Bruges has won their game, by the way. That's a brilliant ball, by the way. Look at that ball. Haaland, listen. Haaland, when he had a bit of a worse run of form, is still the best striker in the world. Haaland was our top GA provider. Yeah, you know the 12 games where he scored only one non-penalty goal? which, by the way, was a shot from outside of the box because we weren't creating chances. In that period of time, he was our top assister with 3, our top GA provider with 6, the menu was second with 5. Haaland at his worst is so much better than anyone else. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. And, I mean, a hat-trick against Liverpool. They'll say, oh, it's FA Cup, as if that's a thing now. They'll pretend FA Cup doesn't matter now. These people, yeah, no matter what Haaland does, it's not enough. Because they made up their mind that they would rather have an old-school Man City striker who's more fluid, more like Aguero, basically. They've made up their minds on that. I won't call Aguero an old-school striker, by the way. I know that's poor phrasing, but it's the same with Donnarumma. Donnarumma, obviously, the best goalkeeper in the league. But people have made up their mind that they want a certain type of goalkeeper, so no matter what Donnarumma does, they'll never accept him. Because that's not the goalkeeper they want. It doesn't matter that he's the best. It's not what they want. That is what a spoiled fan base looks like. Because people say, oh, you're spoiled, right? I'll tell you what is spoiled. Not admitting when the player you didn't want is one of the better players. If you can't admit that's the player you didn't want, the player that plays a different style from what you wanted, is the better option, then you are just spoiled. That's what I would say. I won't say a spoiled person is someone who wants to win. It's someone who, even when you win, isn't happy because you don't win in the way you want to win. That's what a spoiled person is, if you ask me. Donnarumma is brilliant. Oh, but I wanted a good passer. Okay. Haaland scores 20 open play goals in the league. Oh, but I wanted him to be good with passing. He's only the 3rd top assister in the Premier League. He's only got one of the best throw balls in the Premier League. He's only got one of the best crosses in the Premier League. I wanted him to dribble like Aguero. It's not enough for him to pass better than Aguero. I want him to dribble better too. You know? That Centurion's team was never winning the treble. Doesn't matter what you put in there. That was not a player issue, that was a mentality issue. I do get your point, but that Centurion team was just had no mentality. For the Champions League, because you can't build that heritage in the Champions League without fucking up a lot. Or cheating. Madrid. Yeah, you can't build that legacy easily. Yeah, you do have to fuck up and stumble a bit to build that legacy. And that is what our previous crop was. Getting to first will always be more difficult than getting the second. If you're a top team. For smaller teams, obviously, with the budget differences, it's just fucking ridiculous. I went through this with Juna once. I went through this with Juna. Club Brugge. When Club Brugge wins the league title, they receive less money for winning the league title than what Burnley will receive for getting relegated. That level of income disparity has kind of ruined European football for everyone that's on the top 5 league. But other than that, winning the first is easier. If you're just talking top 5 leagues. I'm seeing now replay here of the Brighton-Chelsea goals. I did see the game initially, but 3-0, bro. Yeah, you know 3-0 is just sad, you know. They got the PE teacher again. They sacked a PE teacher to get a different one. How sad is it to sack one PE teacher for another? How sad is that? How sad is that? Haaland is not a better passer than Aguero. Well, first of all, check your stream, you're like fucking 50 minutes back. Second of all, yes the fuck he is. What are you on about? Look at Haaland's passes from deep. I know he doesn't make them a lot, because it's not deep a lot. But every time he makes a pass from deep, it's picture perfect. Look at his through balls. Aguero is a brilliant player. Aguero has no through balls like Haaland has through balls. People don't rate Haaland's passing because he doesn't do it a lot. Not doing something doesn't mean you can't do it. De Bruyne did not dribble. But when he did dribble, he was brilliant. De Bruyne not dribbling does not mean he can't dribble. Haaland not passing a lot doesn't mean he can't pass. Yeah, y'all have this weird idea that Haaland is a terrible passer. Look at Haaland's crossing, look at Haaland's through balls. The one to Marmoush, but to get the one to Rangers earlier this season. The one to Marmoush against Tottenham. I've never seen Aguero put balls like that consistently. Haaland can do that on command. Haaland can do that on command. Short passing, Aguero is better. But every other type of pass, Haaland is better. And also crossing is a type of passing. A lot of people say crossing isn't passing, so I don't know what that means. Like, what do you mean crossing isn't passing? What is a cross if it's not a pass? Like, I hate that. How is crossing not a pass? Can someone explain that to me? How is crossing not a pass? I never got that. I never understood that. Like, that's just the dumbest thing, isn't it? What is a cross if it's not a pass? And also, Haaland has 4 seasons with 22 plus goals in the league now, playing with scrubs in at least 2 of them. I won't call him scrubs, but definitely worse. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the scoreboard. My apologies. My apologies. Forgot to change it. I won't call him scrubs, but they were definitely worse than David Silva and De Bruyne, aren't they? David Silva, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva in his prime, Sterling. Forbes has been brilliant. Forbes has been brilliant. Carlos Forbes, a Man City Academy player, plays at Bruges now. And he's had a brilliant year at Bruges. Telstar 4-1 battering of Sparta. Sparta Rotterdam, that is. Triple substitution. Seis coming off for Meyer. Tresoldi and Stankovic. Onyedika, Vermont and Meyer coming on. I don't know why I thought Burnley was actually good. This feels like a training match. Yeah, but that's because we're not taking it too seriously. We do need to put a bit more intensity in this. We need to get through 3 goals in here. Just end the game. End the game. No more question. And then cruise to full time. Because 1-0 is never comfortable. All it takes is one Kyle Walker shot from 30 yards out, and you're 1-1 again. So, yeah, we do need another 2 goals or 3. You know what's funny? The last 2 times Arsenal bottled a title, they were on 70 points before they started bottling. They were 9 points cleared on 70 points, and then they started bottling. 2 times in a row. Second again. It's the Arsenal way. There you go, off we are. For the second half of Manchester City against Burnley. It's been an okay first half. I won't call it boring, but it's not been entertaining either. Only 1 goal. We do need more. And Burnley to take a long throw. It's a decent long throw. Man City had it away. And Semenyo doesn't keep it in play. It's out for a throw-in to Burnley. Ball with the Burnley goalkeeper. And now their centre backs. Haaland pressing. Ball comes to the right. And it's gifted away to Man City. Cherky on the edge of the area gets it to Semenyo. Semenyo, poor touch. He gets a shot off, but it's blocked. Yeah, you need to make more of that. Come on. That'll sport. That'll sport. Doku loses the ball. Referee doesn't respond to it at all. Okay, walking up the pitch with the ball. He spilled down, and it's a free kick for Man City. We take it quickly. It's down the left with Doku. Doku. Is he gonna cross it? Of course he won't. It's Doku. Ooh, he tried an interesting pass there to Cherky, but it was caught out by one of their midfielders. A poor ball by Burnley, and Nunez picks it up. Bernardo Silva. Into Cherky. Cherky, it's just the final ball isn't quite coming. We keep getting into positions, but the final ball is it's been like that all game. It's been like that all game. Ball into Cherky again. Haaland making no run, actually. He needs to be making that run. Semenyo! Ooh, over the bar. Again, a poor first touch. You need to take your touch better. But what are you complaining about, man? You're the one missing the chance, brother. Haaland holds in his run, so you get the space. And then you fucking take that fucking donut touch. What is this touch, man? Just shoot. The ball is coming to you. Just shoot. First touch. What are you doing, man? What are you complaining about, bro? How are you complaining to the fucking Cherky? Shut up, man. You've been awful the last few games. Shut up, man. What are you complaining? Yo, Elf, big up Menu. How are you? We need to play better than this, not gonna lie. Hey! You did win the cup. You did win the cup, Menu. So, all's well. Successful season. You're going back to the Europa League. Do you get straight Europa League? Or do you have to play, like, qualifiers? How does that work? Fill me in. Yeah, we do need to play better, I can't lie. Still have a headache from yesterday's celebration. Yeah, straight Europa League, there you go. Pep. Look at Pep, bro. This man losing his mind. I'm with Pep on this one. I bet Pep Guardiola is saying the same thing as me. Bro, I promise this man thinks the exact same thing I do. Like, great minds think alike. Nunez slips, picks up the ball anyhow though. Haaland, good ball to the left with Doku. Doku, you need to be aware that Walker's there, man. You could have just ran straight forward and you would have lost Walker. I would not be surprised if Ajax doesn't even make it. I would not be surprised if Ajax didn't make the Conference League. Depends on who they get in those playoffs. Easy tap in for Van Aken. 5-1. Club Brugge, 5-1. Terrible goalkeeping, that. You need... Come on. That goalkeeper... That goalkeeper... On Kepa settings, that was just like Kepa in the FA Cup. Sorry, Carabao Cup. Semenyo to Nunez. They have to play playoffs against our number 7, 8, and 9. What? They have to play playoffs against our number 7, 8, and 9. I mean in the league. You mean like they play playoffs against the 7th, 8th, and 9th in the league? Is that what you mean? If that's the case, that's a stupid system. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a stupid system. We have something similar in Belgium, and it's also a stupid system. Yeah, our only our number 3 has to play a playoffs game in Europe. See? So they're playing playoffs for the Europa League then, I assume. Silva into Sherky. Haaland's walking around right now. Now still Champions League, but because Portugal overtook us, it will change. Oh, now it's still Champions League, yeah. Yet the Portuguese league is not better than Eredivisie and Belgian league, by the way. They profit so much of a league that actually cares about European football. Like, that Portuguese league will schedule around the Champions League. That they will make sure all their teams do well in the Champions League. They are not better than the Belgian and Dutch league, but their league just... Now their top 3 is not better either. Their top 3 are not better. But what they do is 5 games of rest before every European game, 5 days of rest after each European game. They schedule the entire league around Europe. So they're always fresh for the European games, and they've always got time to prepare. And that's why they do a lot better. So people think they're really good, but they're actually not. Haaland! Oh, off the post! Ball just suddenly fell to him after we were fucking around in the box. He needs to score. He needs to score. Yeah, he needs to score. That's not good. Oh. We're still at 1-0. 1-0 is not enough. Come on, we need another goal here. Chelsea is such a joke club. Aren't they just? I wonder who their next PE teacher will be. But you see, Trafford's ending up at Liverpool. No, he's not good enough. I don't think he's good enough for that level. We got Trafford back because he had an easier buyback clause. And we had other positions that were more pressing to deal with. And we didn't know that Donnarumma was going to be available. We also had homegrown issues. But as far as quality goes, he's a good player. He's not an elite goalkeeper. And when I say elite, I mean like top goalkeeper. Liverpool is going to get a top goalkeeper, I assume. And I don't think Trafford is of that quality. Big up, by the way, MD. Trafford, when you put pressure on him, he's way too nervous. Way too nervous. 5 games and he can fuck off anyways. Hey, don't worry. Chelsea is gonna do the best they can. Brighton. Apparently he wants to go to Newcastle. I don't know if that's true. I read that. I don't know if that's true. But apparently he wants to go to Newcastle. Doesn't matter. Trafford has already put in his bids to leave. So it doesn't matter. Trafford wants to leave. He will most likely be gone in the summer. Why are City fans hating on Ait Nouri? City fans always need an excuse to hate. Bro, City fans, Ait Nouri has not played in must be a month or maybe even 2 months that he's not played. Comes back first game, people are hating. You look at Rodri, had an ACL injury, came back, people were hating. Because he wasn't back to 100% immediately. Wow, shocker. You're telling me someone coming back from an ACL isn't at 100%? I could have never guessed. Haaland had a poor run in which he was putting up 1 GA per game. Or 1 GA per 2 games. That's his worst run, by the way, this season. 1 GA every 2 games. That's his worst run. People were hating on him. The Man City fans always need a reason to hate. It's like, I don't know what you call it. Not chronological. It's chronicle. That's what it is. It's chronicle. It's a hater gene. Silva Doku over the bar. The Semenyo hate is mad fair. She had 1 bad game, but I don't think it's fair. Sorry. The Semenyo to hate is mad. I agree. The hate is ridiculous. Semenyo has put us through some tough stuff. I can't lie. I do think he's played some good games. He's played some bad games, but what do you expect from someone who's been here 3rd season? I like Semenyo. Whether he's good enough to start, I don't know if there's better options available. I wouldn't mind getting someone better than Semenyo, but they have to be available. And I don't know if there's better options available. It's not like Semenyo is the next Raheem Sterling. Or maybe he is. Maybe he is. I think Raheem Sterling is our best ever winger, by the way. Look at the hate Sterling got. I don't think he's our best ever winger. Was Mano yesterday at the AZ party? He was, he tells me. Goal Bournemouth. Goal against Leeds. 1-0 in that game. I low-key feel sorry for the likes of Nico G and Marmoush. Yeah, Marmoush is gone. Gonzalez most likely as well. I wouldn't say 100% gone, but it's like 99%. I'd say it's like 99% gone. Oh, terrible pass by Man City here. Who was that? Was that Silva? Oh, that was horrible. Breaking news. Raheem Sterling leaving Feyenoord. There you go. When you're washed, you're washed. But they're walking in the summer. Most likely, yes. Most likely they are. I think Marmoush is gone, no matter what. Because I do think he's good enough to play for a big team. But not for City. And I do think there are teams willing to pay those wages. People say, oh, but the wages. I think there's teams willing to pay that, you know. For Marmoush. Oh, poor ball for the month. Final third is poor in both games right now. How was it, Manu? Fired. Hey, there you go. Hans did it again. It's Atalanta in the final. Atalanta, let me check. Atalanta. Yeah, Atalanta is going to that final, it seems. There you go. It's only 60 minutes played, so don't celebrate too soon. Would you spend 80 million on a player like Keen Yildiz? No. No, I don't rate Keen Yildiz that highly. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's an 80 million player. He has the hybrid attacker who replaces Alvarez. But Alvarez is not a hybrid attacker. So, yeah, no. I'd rather João Pedro, to be honest. I think João Pedro is absolute quality. I think, honestly, I think we just need to accept that whoever we bring in to be the Haaland's backup will leave in a season or two. I think we just have to accept that. Because they're never going to play regularly. So, Marmoush, Alvarez, whoever comes in for Marmoush, gonna leave in a few years. What do you think about Ibrahim Maza? I've not watched enough of him to say. I've not watched him play enough to say, so I don't know. I'm being told he's a very good player, but I was told the same about some other players who have been quite disappointing. So, I'll wait and see, I suppose. I'll wait and see. Good ball. Poor ball. I thought that was a good ball by Doku, but can we fucking get the ball? Fucking hell. Free my boy Reinders. He does not need to be freed. He does not need freedom, because you know what it is, yeah? This is what Pep Guardiola did with Ilkay Gundogan and what he did with Bernardo Silva. You play first half of the season, and then you never touch a pitch again. That is what he did with Gundogan. That is what he did with Bernardo Silva. Tijani Reinders, yes, next. My boy Tijani Reinders. Oliver! Oh my god, Oliver comes off the bench. He lives! He lives, guys. Oliver. He still plays at Man City. So now, Tijani will be fine. Pep rates Tijani, he'll be fine. Yeah, we'll need a backup goalkeeper. How we want to approach that, I don't know. I mean, I don't care much, it's a backup goalkeeper. I trust the club to find a goalkeeper who can be trusted to hold up, to be a good backup. In my opinion, you get rid of Kovacic, Tijani, and Nico Gonzalez, and you sign Mazza and Anderson. Oh, that no. Our midfield is already pretty pretty soft as it is. You don't want to be getting rid of more midfielders than you buy, especially with Bernardo Silva leaving. Yeah, you don't want to get rid of that many midfielders. You just don't. Now for this Mazza guy, isn't he pretty young? I think he's pretty young, so I already don't want that. Tijani Reinders has been quality this season. I don't know why people don't rate him. He's been one of our best players outside of our starting 11. Like, our best players are the starting 11, of course. But outside of the starting 11, I think he's been one of our best. So, yeah, I would not get rid of Tijani. Nico Gonzalez, if he wants to stay, I'll keep him. If Nico Gonzalez wants to stay and say, I want to make it at Man City, and I'll wait for Rodri to leave, I'd keep him. Anderson, yeah, I'd get Anderson. Kovacic, I guess, would have to get rid of. Union dropped points. Club Brugge did not. I mean, the game is still on. There's 3 minutes of stoppage time. I don't think we're dropping 4 goals in 3 minutes. But that's just me. I don't think they'll give a penalty for that. There's a VAR check in the Bruges game. I don't think they give a penalty for that. Oliver on the ball. Gerki. Oh, they gave a penalty for that. And then, nah, that is not a penalty. And this Bruges game, yeah, that is not a penalty. Wow, that is very soft. Nah, that is, nah. A red card for that, nah. I don't think that's right. Oh. Penalty for Bruges. I do not think that should have been a penalty. Much less a red card. Zolis will take the penalty. He scores 7-1 for 6-1, sorry, for Bruges. That should not have been a penalty. That is so soft. Penalty for that, really. Nah, that wasn't a penalty for me. I just saw 6-1 in the Bruges game. Meanwhile, this is still 1-0. Luckily, I got Bruges on for some entertainment. Yeah, that was never a penalty, I can't lie. Another Ortega-like signing. Yeah, just get another goalkeeper who's happy to sit on the bench, and who can do a job. Haaland on the ball, gets it to Doku. Everyone that isn't Zach Steffen should be fine. To be fair, Zach Steffen played in our cup final for us, and he was pretty good. in the final. As in, we won the final. He was pretty bad in the final, actually, but you remember the goal. He was not good, but you know what I mean. We have won a cup final with Zach Steffen. That's my point here. I guess Tijani, Pep has just played him in the 6, and he's just been shit. But for most of the season, he's not played in the 6. I get that he's played in the 6 a few times, but for most of the season, he's not played in the 6. And when he has played in the 10, he's been brilliant. In the 10 and in the 8, he's been brilliant. So I think Pep Guardiola wanted him to be Gundogan. And Gundogan can play 8, 6, and 10. But Tijani, he can play the 8, he can play the 10, he can't play the 6. And that's where he got stuck. Now our corner to Man City. Short corner, there you go. Oliver. Into Silva. Oscar de Bob has been good at Fulham. He's actually been on the bench for Fulham. I've not watched him a lot at Fulham, but he's been on the bench for most of the time, so... I mean, that just shows some of these players who we do hype up as a fan base. Like, we're all guilty of this. We hype up a player, and then they're maybe not as good as we say they are. We're all guilty of it, aren't we? The dipshit Brederode plays at Mechelen. Why do you hate him? That's a very random player to hate. Did he score against you or something? What do you think let us down in the Champions League this season? Not what, who? Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola made a mistake in the Champions League. Oh well. We won the Carabao Cup. We could still win the FA Cup and Premier League. So it's alright, but I do think it's Pep. I do think it's Pep who let us down. Oh, Haaland almost picked the ball of the goalkeeper there, Dubravka. To be fair, you could argue that Tijani will be better than Wirtz. I don't think he will be better than Wirtz, but I do think he has been better so far. But Florian Wirtz, the disrespect he gets is also silly in my opinion. He's come into a Liverpool team that's clearly struggling with a transition. Yes, he's been poor himself, but I think he's a quality player. He's done the off-ball part. He's gotten used to the Premier League now. I do think he's a quality player. And I do wish we had him. I do wish we had him. Because Wirtz and Haaland together would have been disgusting. But they don't have any striker that Wirtz can play off. Mechelen red card, yeah. That was a bogey penalty, I can't lie. That looked more like a dive to me. But oh well. It's my team, I won't complain. But I don't think that was a penalty. Man of the match in the Club Brugge game. I think that Carlos Forbes was playing really good. Carlos Forbes. Van Aken played great as always. So it's Van Aken. It's Van Aken, you know. Hugo Vetlesen, to be fair to him. Hugo Vetlesen, he's been nowhere to be seen forever, but he played a solid game. I think he scored the first goal, if I remember correctly. He scored the first or the second. I'm trying to think now. He scored the first. Yeah, he scored the first. Oliver when scoring. It's not his strong suit. Respect Oliver. Bro, respect Oliver. He tries his best. He tries his best. He was absolute shit for us when we loaned him. when we loaned him to Mechelen, and now he scored some goals. He's acting like he's level PSV and too good for us. Hey, welcome to modern football, where all these footballers way overrate themselves. I think Wits had some problems at start, like Kerkes, but they're kinda doing good now. Yeah, I agree. This is on Wits, he could have joined us, but pushed out cause he won't have had the spotlight. No, I think he just didn't want to play for Man City. I don't think it's anything that deep as he pushed it out or this, that. He just didn't want to play for the City. And I think not every player wants to play for Man City. Not every player wants to play for Real Madrid. Not every player wants to play for Barcelona. I think when you're a big club, you need to realize just because you're a big club doesn't mean people want to play for you. I see that with all the big clubs. Liverpool fans being like a mood whenever a player goes to them and thinking every player wants to play for them. They don't. Some people are Liverpool fans and want to play for Liverpool. Some people are Everton fans and would rather shoot themselves than play for Liverpool. Every player has their own thing, you know. Who is your ideal Marmouche replacement? You know what? I think we have one. Phil Foden. Starts playing Phil Foden as a winger. You can play him as a winger, midfielder, and as a false 9. Stop trying to get a striker. Instead, get a new winger. When Marmouche leaves, get a new winger. A proper winger. Not a false 9, not a wannabe striker. Haaland, lost the ball there. He got past Ward-Prowse for a second. But only for just a second. Zubimendi rejected Liverpool for Arsenal. Yeah, it happens. Some players don't want to play for some clubs. It's not that deep. Savio just ran forward there, but Kyle Walker came back too quickly. Still, for being so old, Kyle Walker is still fast. I think Savio thought he got the better of him, but yeah. I do agree with you on that one. Give Mazza one more season. Cherky brilliant dribbled this. It's a corner. Give Mazza one more season. Sign Anderson now. Then bring him after he has a very good season at Leverkusen. Then sign him next season once he's had a brilliant season. Yeah. Let him have one more season. Let's see how he does. If he doesn't do all that good and he's not what we thought he was, oh well. It's not skin of our teeth. So, if he does do great, brilliant. If he doesn't, oh well. We didn't buy him. Turkey. I mean, Mazza has only 3 goals, 4 assists so far. Yeah, if you just look at the numbers, that's not good enough for Man City. Absolutely. Ball to the far post, it's cleared. I know he didn't start and it doesn't say anything, but it does say something. If you're coming to Man City, you need to be the finished product. We've done our academy players. We're done with, we've done our project players. Especially forwards. We don't need project players anymore for the forwards. We've had enough of them. And now we need ready-made players to slot into a squad and do a job. Good ball, Nunez cleared. Gonzalez, what is this pass, Gonzalez? Leverkusen ain't really in a rush to sell him as well. Yeah, but yeah, you want him to stay a season longer, have a good season, go up in value, don't you? Haaland over the bar. Just can't get that second goal, can we? It's not necessarily about G8 though. Well, you say that, but Bernardo Silva had 20 GA in every season until last season. Bernardo Silva has always been a GA player until he dropped deeper because he got old. And even then, Bernardo is washed. Like, let's say it as it is, he's washed. So, yeah, it is about GA. It absolutely is. I think he had only one season before last where he didn't get to 20 GA. You need to be good and you need to provide. Like, you need to do both. You can't do one or the other. Yeah, I meant everything. My English isn't Englishing today. Terrible pass this by Humphries. And now throw in for Man City. If I was City, I would do anything to sign Michael Olise. I don't think he wants to come. I'd love to have him. I think he should win the Ballon d'Or. I think Olise has been better than Kane. I know he won't win it. He won't. But I think he should. He's been so fucking ridiculously good. I don't think he'll want to leave Bayern. I'd be very surprised if he's happy to leave Bayern. Because he's got everything he needs right now, doesn't he? Boring 1-0 win this. Yeah, we need more goals than 1-0. Goal difference can play a role. This should not be a game where we sink out a 1-0. And they can still score a late goal. Like, if they scored now, that's rough if they scored a late goal now. Yo, big up again. Big up, Adam. How are you? How are you, Adam? Nunez. Big Adam is here. Come on, get this ball into O'Reilly. Or Doku, that's fine too. Good, but slow internet today. I have had slow internet, not today, but a few days ago I had a slow internet a few days in a row. Not even slow. Like, my internet just fucking went out. Like, 2 days in a row. Was out for like 30 minutes. I think that was like last week, though. Bayern have won it. The Bundesliga, you mean, or their cup game? Because I do know they're playing a cup game. Yeah, a cup game. It's a cup game against Leverkusen. Bears. Doku. En to Gonzalez. Gonzalez met Nunez. Lees het af voor Sherky. Sherky. Shoots, it's cleared. And that should be a free kick. A free kick for Burnley. And we're still at 1-0. This is long. We're top of the league as it stands, but this is a bit long. I think Estevao would be so good for City. Kinda sad he's at Chelsea. I don't know, I like Estevao, but again, I'm not fucking Jeffrey Epstein. And he's no Yamal. It's not like he's Yamal or anything. I like him, though. I like him. I won't mind him to sit on our bench, but I wouldn't start him, to be honest. Treble is on for the Vincent Company. He needs to give it to Haaland. He needs to give it to Haaland, and he gives it too late and gives it behind Haaland. Lazio has just scored against Atalanta. Good start in Sherky. It's 1-0 to Lazio in the Coppa Italia semi-final. Yeah, Vincent Company is winning that treble. Vincent Company is winning that treble, bro. If we were spending 60 million on Doku, why couldn't we just sign Olise? I didn't read your previous comment, did I? City never signed Olise because Tiki thought he wasn't worth breaking the bank for. And then we ended up with two unserious swingers, Doku and Savio. Doku is proving his worth now, but I'd still sell him. Yeah, Doku and Savio were project players. That's the problem with these young players. They can be good, but they need multiple seasons to get to that level. And sometimes you don't have multiple seasons to give a player. Oh, Gonzalez drags the ball just wide. So I do have to say, it wasn't a Tiki decision. Tiki wanted to start the rebuild in the summer of 24. Pep Guardiola said no. Pep Guardiola said, I want to keep my players. I want to wait one more year. So that's not on Tiki. Would you sign Enzo Fernandez potentially if Maresca came? No. No, I do not rate Enzo at all. Oh, I've had so many arguments. I've had so many arguments about Enzo Fernandez. City scored early, but they haven't done anything since. Yeah. It's been... we've created some chances in the second half. We've just not scored them. We've not scored from our chances in the second half. We've been very lethargic. 2-1 Bournemouth. Is that full time? What time is that? That is 86 minutes. Same minute as here. 87, sorry. 1-1 Atalanta. They conceded and then they scored within 2 minutes. Roman Goli. Goal for Lazio. Mario Palasic. Draws level for Atalanta. Holds that Union. If we beat them at Jan Breidel. If we win every game. If Bruges win every game to the end of the season. Bruges win the title. It's that simple. Comeback versus Leeds. Not a comeback, is it? They were winning 1-0. Leverkusen 2-0. Bayern München full time. Yeah. Again. Vincent Company is winning a treble. I don't like Bayern. I don't dislike them, but I don't like them either. Barcelona winning against Vigo penalty. 1-0. Hey, if a 1-0 is what it takes, then a 1-0 is what it takes, you know. Oh, O'Reilly. Ball to nowhere. What is this? Biden low-key, high-key, I would say. Biden high-key made football in Germany look boring. To be fair, the other teams are just not doing their job, are they? Haaland! He needs to score one of his chances. I mean, they haven't been easy chances, but when you get so many of them, you need to score one. If this game was 2-0, it'd be done right now. But as long as it's 1-0, all it takes is one moment of brilliance for this entire game by Man City to be undone. Which, by the way, also means the Arsenal game to be undone. Bayern, do you believe they could do not just a treble, but potentially the 6? I mean, if they do the treble, they'll do the 6-tuple. Of course. the UEFA Super Cup and Club World Cup are almost always won by the Champions League winner. And Haaland, ball shot into him way too hard. And they usually win the Super Cup, Bayern. So if they win the treble, they probably do win the sextuple, yeah. Cherki and O'Reilly! Oh, the finishing is bored. Bored. Haaland, O'Reilly, they've had chances, they've just not finished them. If you don't score, you concede. Yeah. We all know the saying, if you don't score, you concede. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Yeah, we're missing way too many chances. This is lethargic. This is very lethargic. 3-1 Bournemouth. Too many players waving their hands right now and just getting upset and walking. Come on, get serious, lads. Cherki needs to drop down and claim that ball. There you go, good stuff. Cherki. He's got Savio with him, he's got Haaland with him. Still Cherki! Good defending. He needs to pass sooner though. Because he's holding onto the ball way too long and being very greedy. That pisses me off with players. He needs to pass this ball sooner and faster. Inter Milan is in the cup final. I think third cup, sorry, to lose as well. I mean, yeah, if you're top of the league, you're gonna be favorites for the final, aren't you? Coppa Italia, let's see. What is Atalanta doing? Still 1-1. Still 1-1. Corner by City. What is Savio doing, man? Great guy. Cherki. Cherki lays it off. Doku's shot is blocked. Goal disallowed for the Bournemouth. It stays 2-1 there. Yeah, back to 2-1. This is poor, bro. Yeah, this is very poor. Silva. Savio. Cutting inside. Silva picks the ball back up. Savio into no one. Now ball up the pitch by Burnley. And Man City get to it first. Long ball, looking for Haaland. Haaland, can he get there first? No, he can't. The goalkeeper could. Dubravka was there first. Haaland just needed to stick a foot out and try to claim the ball. Easier said than done, I know. I'm happy John Stones is leaving. Yeah, John Stones is leaving. For those who haven't heard the news. It was time. It was time for them to leave. Great player for us, but it was time for them to leave. Win is a win, but we've not won yet, though. That's a problem. One moment of brilliance can undo what we just did to Arsenal a few days ago. We've not won yet. That's why you need to score 3 goals in these games. Not 1. Because they're coming again, and this is probably the last attack of the game. And they've got a corner. You don't want to be conceding corners now. Imagine John Heitinga coached Chelsea. The writing is on the wall, isn't it? Ball cleared by Man City, still in the box. Cleared it! What are you doing? Full time. Full time at last. There we go. Disgusting win. Disgusting. Bottle jobs, we are not. That is not a good win. That is a win, but that is not a good win. That is pathetic. Oh my god, that is pathetic football. See this beneath me. That is a game I just watched. Brugge 6, Mechelen 1. That is a game I just watched. If Bruges win every game to the end of the season, Bruges win the title. It's that simple. Because Bruges will have 1 point more than Union, no matter what, if they win every game to the end of the season. Man City, not the same. Man City needs goal difference. This is sad to watch. This is sad. Come on. Of all the times we could have gotten, of all the teams, we could have gotten goals against, this was the team to put up that goal difference. This is bad. Goal difference could be the title decided. And we're going in with a 1-0 win. That is not it, bro. That is not it. We need to be getting way more than a 1-0 win. We need to be getting at least 2 goals. At least 2 goals. Burnley is relegated at least. Fuck you, Burnley. Get out of here, you fucking cunts. They were playing like it was the game of their life. Oh, we're gonna stop relegation from happening for 1 more week. Go fuck yourself, Burnley. You're gone. Hasta la vista. But bro, this was pathetic. This was pathetic from Man City. I was stressing at the end of that game. I was stressing at the end of that game against relegated Burnley. We're supposed to click into first gear. We're supposed to be spanking teams getting over the line every game right now. Not 1-0 against the mighty Burnley. Oh well. I'm not gonna complain too much because a win is a win at the end of the day, but you need to be better than this. Yeah, you need to be better than this. Against Southampton in the cup, I imagine Nico Gonzalez will play. Then I do think we will be playing again with Rodri, which should help a lot, but come on. Come on. Come on. This was sad to watch. Got in full time, yeah. Was full time. Goal by Leeds, by the way, which I do think secures. I do think if they win, that secures promotion. I think they're mathematically secured, not promotion, survival. I think they're mathematically secured if they get a draw. Don't quote me on that. Against Southampton is a most bigger win. For Southampton, I don't care. Southampton is a cup game. In a cup game, you win or you lose. In cup games, performances do not exist. In cup games, it's just win. Nobody has ever cared about the performance in a cup game. But at least I haven't. In a cup game, you just win, no matter what. But in a league game, when goal difference could be the title decider, you need to get more than just 1 goal against relegated Burnley. Am I gonna complain too much about going top of the league? No, because then I'd look pretty spoiled, wouldn't I? I'd look like a bitch if I complain too much. We did go top of the league, but this was not good enough. Hopefully, Rodri, coming back, because he is back next week, will fix this up. Maybe it's because we changed the system up a bit, because I know he doesn't play the way O'Reilly does. He plays differently. I like him, but he plays differently. O'Reilly in midfield doesn't do what Rodri does, so our entire system downstream was worse, but I don't think that's an excuse. O'Reilly missed a chance that he should always score. Haaland missed 2 or 3 difficult chances 2 or 3 difficult chances, but when you get multiple difficult chances, you have to score at least 1. Like, if it's one difficult chance that you don't score, okay, it was a hard chance. But multiple chances, even if they are difficult, you have to score at least 1. Haaland, he did score 1, but I'm talking second half here, he didn't. But I can't complain too much either, because he won us the game. He scored to win it, and it was a brilliant finish for the winner. So, it's a bit of a two-sided game. At one side, with a lot of issues, this isn't good enough. At the other side, we won, got the job done. That is the most important, but not good enough. Blatantly. In the FA Cup, I want to see Gonzalez start, because when Gonzalez came on, we created more. And a lot of people don't get this. Why do we create more when Gonzalez is on the pitch? He's not creating. Yeah, no, he's not, but when you have Gonzalez on the pitch, he's a one-man defense. You can push up all your other midfielders, but then you create more, yeah. So, I do think if we don't have Rodri, we should play Gonzalez. I think that's just the way we have to do it. Pep tried something. We got away with it, it's fine. He tried... I said at the start of the game, by the way, I'm not criticizing Pep because I agreed with him. I said at the start of the game that it was the right decision to play Ait-Nouri and O'Reilly. Okay, I was wrong, Pep was wrong, but we got away with the win, so no big deal. Rodri tax in Big 26, you know. Still, we got our Rodri tax in Big 26. Big 26, and we still got the Rodri tax, you know. 2-2. The bottom of the game, yes. Wow. Facts. Extra time, Lazio, Atalanta. That's going into extra time, is it? Did I watch that? Is that any good, that game? Lazio FC. Can I watch that? Is the bigger question. That's the bigger question. Can I even watch that? I don't think I can. Do I have Coppa Italia on the zone? Let me see. What did I just watch, Alf? Bro, I don't know. I don't know. That was fucking, that was Stadionism football by Man City. Not Stadionism football the same way that Arsenal played Stadionism football, but in a very different way. Like, we kept coming to the final third, and we were like, what do we do now? By the way, Cherki. I have to dig into him. Because I glazed Ryan Cherki to the moon, yeah? I say of Ryan Cherki, he's a generational player. And I mean it. He is a generational player. I say of Ryan Cherki that he's the best player in the Premier League. And I mean it. He is the best footballer in the Premier League. But you can win us the game against Arsenal. Great. You can be great for the Man City in 26 and over the last 2 games. Great. But what I don't appreciate is being greedy. I know Ryan Cherki is allowed to have a shot sometimes. Because he is Ryan Cherki. He is allowed to sometimes, when it's 1-0, 0-0, to say, okay, I've got some space, I'm gonna shoot from outside. Because he is a Ryan Cherki. But when it's over and over and over, and you're not looking for the striker who is getting into positions, which Ryan Cherki was doing in the first half, he was not looking for Haaland, that is a problem. Because he's not playing poorly, he's just playing greedy, which is almost worse. Especially for someone who is supposed to be a creator. And I'm sure Pep Guardiola will give him air, by the way. You must have seen Pep Guardiola on that touchline. I'm sure some people will be saying, oh, but you're reactionary. Should have seen Pep on that touchline. He was fuming. Fuming way more than I am. Ryan Cherky. I praise him. He is a great player. Don't be greedy. You have 1 shot from distance, fine. 2, okay. 3, 4. Mate, you got a fucking tall ass, freak of nature, always scored somehow, striker. And what you're more worried about is, can I get a shot from distance? Brother, you could have gotten 11 assists today. Not 11 assists today, but like his 11th assist today. And you didn't, because you wanted to play Football Hero. Are you gonna shave up your mustache beard soon? Or are you gonna keep it growing? I can't be bothered right now. I'll probably shave it in the weekend. Paris Saint-Germain won 3-0 today. Paris Saint-Germain is a serious team, aren't they? They're gonna win the Joke League again. Ligue 1. Beat Nantes 3-0. I need Lens to win Ligue 1, man. Because it's possible. It is possible. PSG is 4 points clear. If they lose, or sorry, if they drop points in one more game, and then Lens beats them, Lens win the league. If they win all 3 other games. And their last game of the season is a Paris derby. Away. Bro, we need that. You don't know how much we need that. We all know, ball on the edge of the area here for Atalanta. De Ketelaere. Oh, De Ketelaere. Hey, Talk about fucking quality that I did not see for the Man City today. Would you fucking look at that goal? Look at that goal that Atalanta just scored. I didn't see quality like that today by Man City. That goal is filthy. That goal is filthy, bro. Proper filthy. Let me bring this back down. There we go. Atalanta is 1-0 up. 2-1 up, rather. Club Brugge won. Manchester City won. Hey, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. A win is a win. A win is a win. Man City never lose to Burnley. Yeah, we don't lose to scrubs. When's the last time we lost to Arsenal? Other than the 5-1. We haven't lost to Arsenal this season, I can tell you that much. We actually beat them in a final. We beat them in a final. You know, speaking of finals, we play a semi-final. What are they VAR checking? What are they VAR checking? Ain't no way you disallow that goal, you fucking cunt. What are these man checking? No goal! What the fuck did they disallow that for? Ain't no way he was offside, right? He was well onside. What the fuck did they disallow that for? Lens can win the French Cup. Fuck the French Cup. Win Ligue 1. Fuck Paris Saint-Germain. Fuck Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, De Ketelaere then get a great cross into the box, and Atalanta is still 1-1 somehow. Goal. Yeah, no goal. Was disallowed. Chelsea sacked Liam Rosnoir. Yeah, I was gonna get onto that. We play a semi-final on Saturday. at 5 p.m. 5:30 p.m. I think. 5:30 UK, I think. Not sure. I'll check later. But we play a final. We play a semi-final against Southampton. Now, Southampton are the team you need to respect. They are the team that you need to respect. Coincidentally, Man City is a team that does not play midweek football after the Southampton game. From Southampton, we go to Everton, which is on the weekend. Then we have another week off. We play Brentford. Then we will play Bournemouth in the midweek if we get to the final, or Crystal Palace in the midweek if we don't get to the final. So we right now have we have 2 weeks where we don't play midweek coming up. Rodri will not play against Southampton, I reckon. You have the chance to bring him back to fitness against Everton, against Brentford, to get rolling again. I do think the problems in this game are mainly system-based, because when Gonzalez came on and we played more like first half of the season, we played better. When we tried to play the Rodri system without Rodri, that's what I'll call it. I'll call it the Rodri system. When we try to play the Rodri system without Rodri, it doesn't work. When Rodri is not present, don't play Rodri ball. I think that should be the rule for Man City. When Rodri is not present, don't play Rodri ball. We can't do it. Just play a different way. When Gonzalez came on, it was a lot better. So I would play Gonzalez against Southampton. I think that fixes a lot of issues. Then you have Aït-Nouri or O'Reilly, whoever you fancy, at the left back instead. And I think that fixes most of it. Now, at the end of the game, we did miss a few chances. No manager can fix that. Haaland had a few chances, he should have scored at least once. O'Reilly should have scored his chance. Cherki, way too much shooting, way too little passing. Savio being Savio. You know. "2-0 Barcelona." It's not actually, it's offside. We are top of the Premier League. That we are. That we are. Match day 33. Or 33 games, should I say, played. And we're at the top of the league. For all of what Arsenal has been doing, you know. For all the... what do you call it? For all the hype? Do you call it the hype? I don't know. For all the arrogance. For all the quadruple talk. They lost the cup final. They lost a quarter final to Southampton, who we will take on. And now, they're back in their natural place. Second. Second again, ole ole. Second again, ole ole. That is just the Arsenal way. That is just the Arsenal way. Yeah, fuck Arsenal fans, man. They talk too much. Not much longer, to be honest. My voice is getting coarse. So, I'm just watching this Lazio game right now, but I think I'll redirect this somewhere else. But yeah. The bottom line is, a win is a win, but you can win better than 1-0 against Burnley. With all due respect to Burnley. You can do better than 1-0 against Burnley. With all due respect. I know. Oh, but it's Burnley. Come on. We can do better than 1-0 against Burnley. Come on. Let's be honest. So yeah. That's the bottom line. Who is live? Who is live that I like? Luke live? Luke is not live anymore. Why is nobody live? We're all live. Do a live stream. Why don't you guys pay to do that or something? Like, I don't do this for the job, but like, don't half you guys do this for shit for the job? Ball on the edge of the area. Shoots! Oh. Who's the idiot that blocked the shot hit from his own teammates? I don't know. But Atalanta is kind of getting the better so far of Lazio in this extra time. So far it's been rough for Lazio. But again, if you don't score, you concede. Now, we did not concede. We got away with one. Let's be honest. We got away with one. How much longer can you get away? That I don't know, but did not concede. That's the point here. But yeah, I can't lie. I do think, yeah, that we are going to win this title. And not only are we going to win this title, I think that we're going to win the title before the final day of the season. Because I do think Arsenal will drop points. But for Arsenal to drop points, you need to put pressure on them. Yeah, you need to put pressure on Arsenal. If you don't put pressure on them, they will not drop enough points for it to matter. Anyhow, I'm waffling. I'm waffling at this point. Let me just end the stream. Let me just redirect you guys. Yeah, I go. Big up Wim. Let me redirect you guys. Alfred in chat, and I'll see you guys on the next